It was just another afternoon in the office when Sarah and James got a call from the police department. There was a new case they needed help with, and they were the first ones that came to mind. They didn't hesitate to accept the case, even though it was a little outside their usual field of work. As they started their investigation, they quickly learned that the victim, Emily, had been the target of online harassment leading up to her murder. The anonymous accounts had sent her a never-ending stream of hateful messages and threats. It was clear that this harassment was likely connected to her death, and Sarah and James were determined to find out who was behind it. They spent hours poring over Emily's social media accounts, trying to piece together a timeline of events and identify any patterns in the messages she received. It was slow going, but eventually, they found a few accounts that seemed to be the primary culprits. The accounts had been created with fake names and anonymous email addresses, but Sarah and James didn't give up. They tried tracing the IP addresses, but it was a dead end. "Damn, dead end," James muttered, leaning back in his chair. "We can't give up yet," Sarah said firmly. "Let's take a break and regroup." As they sat in a nearby coffee shop, James couldn't shake the feeling that they were missing something. "We've been so focused on the online harassment angle that we might be overlooking something more obvious," he said. Sarah nodded. "You're right. Let's go back to the crime scene and see if we missed anything." Back at Emily's apartment, they combed through the room again, looking for any overlooked clues. It was Sarah who noticed a small piece of paper on the desk, a receipt for a hotel room dated the same night as the murder. "James, look at this," she said, holding up the receipt. "This could be our break." They rushed to the hotel and reviewed the security footage. It was grainy, but it clearly showed Emily entering a room with a man. They couldn't see his face, but they could make out a distinctive tattoo on his arm. Excited, they took the footage back to G and asked it to analyze it. After a few tense moments, G identified the tattoo as belonging to a man named Ryan Smith, a known associate of a local gang. Sarah and James were overjoyed at the discovery of the tattoo. They scoured the city for days, looking for anyone with a similar tattoo. They questioned several individuals, but none of them were able to provide any useful information. As they were about to give up, Sarah received a call from an old friend, Detective Tom. He had been working on a different case, but he had some information that might be relevant to Emily's case.